concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. When the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Spartans will put total weather to crank us up. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground, jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Looking for a crease to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Higgins. Going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Flies it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And he's brought down after a nice game. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. He leaves it with his back. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's a heat. It's complete on the right side. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run or loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies about it.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm not talking about ranking trophies.
To the 48-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Higgins. Got a man, it's Flanagan. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
To the air on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through the progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Wolverines looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Higgins. A shot toward the end zone. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
The Spartans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Flips it out in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They punted away on fourth down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Toss to the outside. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Higgins. Fires to the right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
They want to run this quarterback. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Back to pass, it's Higgins. Gets it out quickly. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Going to sling it on second down. Using the quick game. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Rock. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. They just keep firing. The screen, he's got wheels. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Scrambling away. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Higgins. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Looking for more room.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Get it out on the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To throw, it's Higgins. Got him downfield. Turns it on in midfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. A strike downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. They'll immediately call timeout. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. And he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get them. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you've got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Wants to throw. It's Higgins. Pulls it in. It's Rock. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end run.
He wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Flanagan. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback now breaking the field. Running to Green. Running through contact. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Making side adjustments here. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The toss to the outside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen, so that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
He's looking to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Higgins. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism, though.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it downfield. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Dropping back, it's Higgins. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. You're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Beats it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's 4th down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion here.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Good job running down the route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Fights off the defender. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. Go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Makes the catch. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. You got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Higgins. Working that left side now. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. This quarterback part of their running game. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the 1st down. He'll take it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
When you got the ball on their side of the field on 4th and 1, you are absolutely going to go for it and be aggressive. Am I right?
You are right. You know, some may say the quarterback talked the coach into it, but the quarterback's decision is on 3rd down. If he doesn't get it, 4th down is up to the... There he goes! That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. The short hands, it's Rock. Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Wide receiver going in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. The defense takes matters into its own hands. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 18 to Buffalo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He's going to run it. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's again. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. So now it's second and long.
Let's go!
Back to pass. Under fire. He's going to take off. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right on target this time.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but you drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looking for the two-point try. He'll set up to throw. Pressure coming. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get